After weeks of infighting and leadership rumblings, the Deputy Nationals leader has told her colleagues to get on with the job. But an unlikely alliance is threatening to steal the coalition's thunder in the regions as Pauline Hanson and Bob Katter embark on a 4-day drought tour.
Pauline Hanson trying on a new hat for size and a new alliance with fellow Maverick MP Bob Katter.
You look like you're in love.
The political power couple hitting the regions, encroaching on Nationals turf in Charleville in south-central Queensland.
It's about being out here with the people, listening to the people on the ground and taking the message back to Canberra.
Hoping to capitalise on farmer frustration in the bush over drought policy and calling for the farm household allowance to be extended beyond 4 years.
The household farm allowance, you don't cut it off over 4 years. You've got areas in Queensland have been drought affected now for 8 years.
They know we're going to announce additional drought support very soon, and so they pop out to drought affected areas now so they can try and take credit for it. It's like Pauline and Bob know the sun's going to come up tomorrow, so they're around there saying the sun's going to come up, the sun's going to come up, and then when it does come up, they want to take some credit for it.
The government has already responded to criticism it's not doing enough to help farmers by offering them at least one lump sum payment once their farm household allowance dries up. The Deputy Nationals leader today clearing up how the process will work.
The legislation that's sitting before the Senate next week will make sure that the minister can make a rule at any time in the future to make additional support available to those farmers doing it tough.
But One Nation is threatening to crash the Nationals' victory party if the legislation clears the Senate, claiming credit for the changes.
It's only because of people like myself and Bob that are on the ground, take it back to Parliament because they're in fear of the public backlash and losing votes, that we actually put pressure on them to start listening to the people.
The Hanson and Katter Drought Roadshow could inflame tensions in the National Party once again after weeks of rumblings over Bridget McKenzie's handling of drought policy. The deputy leader accused of letting One Nation steal their thunder on support for dairy farmers, but she's delivered a strong rebuke to her colleagues in response.
And I can tell you what those that live out in the country don't want to see. It's bickering and inside backbiting. I'm busy getting on with the job and I suggest to National Party MPs and senators that they get on with the job because that's the very least we can do for the rural and regional Australians that send us to Canberra.
Cabinet is meeting tomorrow to discuss the next wave of drought relief with an announcement expected soon after.